Well, morning everyone. Camping Gusenthal, Germany. Look at that sunrise. Had to give you a glimpse of that. Isn't that fab this morning? 25 to 8. Getting the van uncovered, thermal screens off. Nice night, tiny patter of rain, but look at that lovely sunrise. And what a lovely calm lake that is this morning. So, a trip into Luxembourg today. Camping Belle Vue 2000, I think it was called. So we've set in the sat nav. I think we've got a fairly long haul today, about 270 odd miles today. Hence we're trying to get on the road by 8ish. But hopefully that's a sign of things to come. We might have some nice driving weather today to see a bit more of the sights of Germany and then into Luxembourg. So come and join us for that trip, and then we'll show you the campsite when we get to Luxembourg. And so let's have a quick check as well. See how we're doing for the gas. That's the Truma app, and then we've got here. It's coming up. 5.7 kilos left in the 5.6 kilos left in the gas. Now that was the big canister that we took this year, so that's 4 weeks now, just coming up 4 weeks, travelling around Europe, and we've gone from full, obviously, which was 12k, down to, or 13k I should say, down to 5.6. so we've still not touched the other 6 kilo one, so that's not bad. I think if we travelled in winter, always we're using the heating a lot, then and or off grid, of course, using the fridge a lot on gas, but we've had some good hookups, 16 amp hookups at least, and that's helped us keep the gas. But so still undecided. Let me know what you think, in fact, in the comments. Still undecided as to whether to swap fully onto Gaslow or something like that, refillable ones, or whether to keep risking travelling with a 13 and a 6. Talking of which, time to knock this morning's heating off. Again, love the app for that, dead simple. And obviously that's linked from a Bluetooth point of view to the unit that you remember was behind that. So if you wanted to know more about obviously the Truma, the Combi 6E that we have in this Mobile Vetta, and or the operation of the Truma app and how to connect your phone to the settings and to the control unit there, then do check out that film on the channel, which will give you a bit more of an insight into how to connect it and how to both communicate by Bluetooth and or by text message to your heating and hot water.
Going over the Rhine now in Germany.
River Rhine, Temby's that way.
Temby's far away. Nice big barge coming up with it.
miles from our next campsite for one night. One night only.
It's very pretty so far.
It is, yes. Yeah.
Like the reception over there.
Yeah. Look at that. It's kind of lovely.
Yeah.
What a lovely place.
It does
Look
look
at him
nice.
as well.
Yeah.
Might be having to get the ramps out.
Well, there we go, down from reception, which was up there. We'll go back past that in a sec, show you that. Little church through the trees there. And then here we are, side by side. Carol doing a bit of van work. Set up, thermal screens on. Just got to see, let me just check how level we are. Looks pretty good, I have to say, but let us try the magic troomer. I always stick it on the hob. There we go. Whoops. So up for the levelling up. Motorhome, okay. Oh, that's not bad. Not. Yeah, I'll take that. 5 or 6 centimetres out, 5 centimetres out rear, 6 on the rear offside. Yeah, I can live with that. About 1 degree, in other words. Fine. But very nice. 6 amp electric here, folks, so don't put the induction on together with God knows what else, underfloor heating, because probably more than one device will pop the fuse. But as long as you know it, we'll be fine with that. Bit of gas on as well. But what a lovely little spot. Bit of a bonus, we've hardly had any rain on the way in either. It was a bit forecast. We literally had a tiny dribble in Germany before we crossed into Luxembourg. Sanitary block down there where Nikki just emerged from. There's another one just there. Look, there we go. Red squirrel up there. See him? Just above. Lovely. Oh, he's definitely having his tea, that's for sure. Stop throwing nuts. Not seen often. Oh. I think he's shouting at me. Lovely to see. I haven't seen a red squirrel for a long time. We saw black and white ones at down in Croatia. Black back with a white sort of front on them, but I haven't seen a red one for a while. Good to see.
You want some conquerors?
Yeah. Oh, it's walnuts. That's what he's eating. Very nice too. Some early Christmas nuts. So there's us down the end there. And you can see there's certainly enough space in October. Some other vans dotted about. Just see the roofs of 1 or 2 down there. fields out the back. Got a good little handout, some lovely walks around here, looking at the maps here. We're just going to go and toddle off and perhaps do one of those, which is just a little 2 or 3 or 4 mile or something like that. But you can see they've got a fairly similar setup to lots of those sites that we've been filming in Europe. Nice play area though, to be fair. That's definitely one of the better play areas. Yep, that's pretty well put together, that. They've got some of these ones that we saw at our last site in Croatia. Sort of canvas covered chalets. And then it looks like they've got some permanent stuff as well that people probably come to year after year, or even live at. And the reception office was really nice as well, so if I get a chance I'll pop in there and show you that. God, look at that lot, some apple sauce down there, or some cider, of course. Fantastic. Red squirrel will probably have some of that as well. All very good English speaking. Again, keep telling myself I'll have to learn some German for next time we're travelling. Done some French, need to do some German. There we go. Camping Belle Vue 2000. And that was, we came through those lovely wood on the approach there you saw. And then suddenly you're in this little hamlet or village, don't know how far it goes. Which is very sweet. Definitely a rural community. Oh, a fruitery. This is this village's version of McDonald's by the looks of it. Yes, and a bit of ice cream. Nikki's always looking for a bit of ice cream, as you well know. Yeah, well, it's definitely we're obviously right on the edge, because as we walk a bit further in, it's got a biggish medical centre back there. Looks like a town hall or something on the right, and then a little market square. So probably verging on small town rather than village. Look at that. Autumn Virginia creeper colours going that lovely dark red. Amazing. Lovely curved building front there. Yeah, definitely small town, I think. Seems to be quite a few little bits and bobs. Looks like a fair bit of advertisements for climbing and for walking. And a Japanese sushi restaurant, aren't they? Perhaps I've only seen a tiny bit of one end of the town. Our receptionist said head on down to the fire station and take a woodland walk there, so potentially that's where we're heading. There we go. I said they like the log stores. Look at that log store. I'm amazed that roof stayed up. They are definitely expecting a cold winter. 1913. Look at that. In the middle of the village, another lovely house there. A stone mullion work on that behind the church behind. Stone mullions, aluminium drain pipes. Wow. Those lovely old doors, timber doors there, cast iron hinging. Real mix of old and very new here. And I've already made a note that if we get stuck and it rains overnight, that's going to pull me out. No trouble. Look at this, so we're right down the bottom of the site now. And the very nice gent at reception said there was a walk as well coming out the bottom here with some caves and bits and bobs. Just see the top of Resi the Moho there. Squirrel's probably still stuffing himself with almonds, or walnuts rather. And it's certainly got a load of pitches on the site here though. Very nice spot with all this countryside around it. Oh, and the smell of this. You can probably smell it as well. Obviously getting the last bit in. Last bit of winter fodder before the snow appears perhaps. Cool, there you go. Smell that. Oh, very nice too. Down into the woods. Today's the day. The teddy bears. Through the woods, and we've come across a sort of paved section as well. It's quite a mecca for mountain bikers as well. Lots of mountain bike trails marked. Looks absolutely great. Well, and look at that. Down the bottom of that paved track. So they used to mill, crikey, right back to the Middle Ages. Used for millstones, the sandstone round here. Incredible. And then it talks about the fact that this area was they used to cut the millstones from the Hewell Lee, as this area is called, and Burdorf, where we've just walked down from, that the town used to have its grain ground in the mill that was here. There we go. Amazing. And describes the circles in the sandstone as being where they cut the millstones from. Incredible. Wow. Brilliant. Look at this, wow. Whew, you can feel the change in temperature. Wow. You can see there's one of this circle where they used to draw on the sandstone and then start to carve. Wow. Imagine how many bags of flour, how many loaves of bread those bits of stone have made. I wonder how many millstones as well they carved out of here. And look at these roots. What an amazing, it's like some giant hand of a creature. Look at that root, woven into the rock. Wow, that's amazing. We're literally about 400 metres from the campsite. Well, if you've got a mountain bike, you know where you need to come here. Although you'd have to be pretty good to go up and down these steps, but the mountain bike trail was just a bit further back. Look at that. Amazing. What an incredible spot. And look at those tree colours as well, the sun, a little bit of late evening sun, all on the turn now. Yeah, more ridges there where they've been carved out. Must have been literally hundreds of millstones carved out of here. What a history. And since we've been down here, look at that. The sky's actually gone bluer. Amazing. Listen to that. Literally nothing. Tiny bit of bird sound. And a bit of text there.
Does this go back round, or does it go further into the...
Stephen, who knows a bit of German, thinks it's something to do with potentially the Jews perhaps being hidden here, and as a reference to 1943. Perhaps the population of Burdorf hid the Jewish population from the German invaders. Oh, what's the performance tonight, Nikki?
I thought I'd do the sound of music.
No, we're not in Austria anymore. Look at that. Wow. Unsurprisingly, it's called the amphitheatre. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Wow. Well, we had a look in those caverns, amazing Millstone caves, came back out of the woods, the horrible grey clouds gone, the sun is peeping through. It's time to get the Kadak out and make some tea, I think. And being 5:45, it's past the yard arm, so Stephen and I have made sure that in all of the 10 countries we visited, we've bought a local brew from each one of the countries, just of course for quality control purposes. So the campsite here happened to sell some very local, made apparently a few miles away, in a microbrewery, some local beer. So we've had to gather some for quality control purposes, only so we can let you all know whether it's any good. And there's the mix. You might just be able to see them on the hill, the back of what are very modern buildings. So we've got those lovely old ones in the town, plus a real mix of some super modern stuff. Looking out across Luxembourg there, another massive wind farm. Came through a stack of those huge fields of solar panels as well. They certainly know how to do green energy here. Very nice. Right, back into the camp, hunt the Kadak, and there we are. And back at the pitch. Really nice, very nice. The leaflet he gave us have got a stack of walks in it of varying length and difficulty, all mapped out to let you know profiles of how much up and down you've got to do. Mountain bike trails, climbing, really really excellent. Right, and there is my patented area for the Kadak. Bungee cord up onto one of my hooks I added, resting on one of the boxes, strapped down by another bungee to stop it shaking around when we're on the move. Perfect. And here's the little reception office, which is absolutely fab. Fab indeed. Got loads of information about the walks around here. That lovely walk we did last night as well. The leaflets that they provide as well were really handy. As you can see, climbing in Birdorf, one or two other bits and bobs. They've got plenty, and of course more leaflets there if you're going to be staying for a few days. This is absolutely fab as well. A few little essentials. Essentials, of course, being, now what do we have last night? We had these two here, Sputnik, which are very local apparently to here, just down the road. They were very pleasant. But a few little camping essentials. Oh, some bottles of wine, bottles of fizz, a few toiletries. Yeah, well stocked for all of those essentials of life. Camping. Oh, especially for Nikki, some ice creams. Not so much the cheese, the ice creams. Very nice too.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the film of us travelling into Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, first time we stayed in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And a real advantage of this site is the woodland walks. I mean, you could actually spend a few days here exploring the woods. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah,
And the caves were a big bonus, which we weren't expecting. And yeah, they were quite exciting to
They were, yes.
discover.
Think of all those bags of flour over all those centuries that those millstones have made. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a really peaceful site, nice location. The village itself is quite interesting. It's got a few bars and hotels and cafes. Yeah, very pretty.
It is, and apart from the red squirrel we saw, we were definitely bombarded with a couple of conkers last night under the tree. So
Yes.
we thought the squirrels were probably having a fight or a revenge or something.
Yeah.
Yes, one or two loud clonks on the roof of the van and on Carol and Stephen's van. They had about 10 on their roof overnight.
They did, yeah.
So but we've got another 260 odd miles into Calais. Or into a Bal camping, B-A-L. Bal camping is our site for our last stop before we head through the tunnel early tomorrow morning and then all the way to Tenby in one hit. So that's about a 300 miler. So
yeah. The Bal camping's about 20 miles away from.
Yes, about
the tunnel.
It's about 30 minutes, so it's be a little run in tomorrow. We've got to be there for about 7 in the morning, so it'll be an early start tomorrow. It'll be dark. Oh my God, getting up in the dark.
Oh my God, get up in the dark.